Hey, it's Cranky Craig from Craig's To-Do List. Cranky. Hey, I'm feeling a little guilty. I mean, I have a lot to feel guilty about in my regular life, but I feel guilty because I broke a critic's rule. I glanced at other reviews before seeing this film, Lurker. I didn't read the other reviews, but I looked at them, and one gave it 3.5 stars, and the other was a critic pick of the week. I also discovered that the writer and director of this film was a writer on 2 Emmy-winning shows, Hulu's The Bear and Netflix's Beef. I loved Beef. I've watched it at least 2 times. Obviously, filmmaker Alex Russell is enormously talented. I thought for sure I was going to like this movie because of the reviews I sneaked a peek at and because of who he is. Not so much. You know what? I'm going to give you a disclaimer. I may be too old for this movie. Actually, I'm too old for about 7 million things. I'm ancient. The only thing older than me is the Acropolis. Listen, Lurker is ultra-modern in its concept. It's about the power of social media, how it can positively change your life or destroy you, maybe even in the same week. Theodore Pallerin plays Matthew, a Gen Z retail clothes clerk with very little direction and not much of a personality. His life changes forever when an up-and-coming singer, Oliver, played by Archie Madequy, walks into his store. Oliver is a hit on social media and is moderately talented, but he's certainly more famous than Matthew, who becomes really impressed when everyone else recognizes Oliver. A simple exchange of phone numbers between Oliver and Matthew sets the story in motion. Matthew quickly finds himself in Oliver's entourage and gladly does dishes and cleans up after his obnoxious groupies. Everyone seems to be latching on to the one person who is most famous and has potential to be very famous. And an All About Eve twist, sidebar, I'm aging myself again with this classic movie. If you haven't seen All About Eve, don't talk to me. Matthew quickly becomes indispensable to Oliver as he worms his way in his inner circle by shooting his music videos and attempting to make a documentary on the daily life of Oliver. Matthew and Oliver become close very quickly, and the evolution of their relationship is certainly one of the most interesting tropes of this film. But listen, loyalty and friendship is ephemeral, especially in the social media generation, and as quickly as you ingratiate yourself with somebody, you can become a pariah, and everyone will see it on social media. That's what happens. It's okay if you like Lurker. It's okay if you like Lurker and you're over 50, but I find that highly unlikely. There are plenty of interesting themes and cringy, desperate, cloying behavior and scenes, but for me, these characters are just shallow, vapid, and completely uninteresting. If it were a comedy, some of these traits would be endearing, but billed as a thriller, no. I found it thrill-free. It's thrill-free. Despite twists and turns, betrayals, and even blackmail thrown in, I found it nap-inducing. I feel guilty about not liking it more, as I think it makes me feel old, but if making me feel old gives me good taste in movies, okay. There's a lot of interesting ideas about social media and fame and the lost generation of young people who cling on to anything that gives them purpose, but the characters, even when crap goes wrong, they have about as much depth as a contact lens. Sorry, this is a no for Cranky Craig, and what's the point of being cranky if you can't hate stuff? That's it for today. Check out Craig's To-Do List on our website for more Cranky Craig.